try it Tuesday.
I think we should start a thing where if you get 3 strikes in the year, that'd be fun. If you can't do Try Tuesday, you get a strike. The third one, you have to do Mystery Box.
Oh, I like that.
Because it's not fair to everyone else that has to try stuff.
Right.
Or do things.
No, I don't eat meat.
So you get a strike
when
it's meat.
That's not meat.
Oysters are not meat.
I can't eat that. That would make me vomit immediately. I don't eat.
It's called Try
How
Tuesday.
would it make you vomit?
I'm
Are
not
you
supposed
allergic?
to eat pig ears with hair on it. That's on a corn chip, but I ate it.
There was not hair on it.
There was a whisker on that pig lip, honey.
Absolutely a whisker.
There were whiskers on the pig lips.
Y'all don't know Southern
I
delicacy
have
like
kissed
I
a pig and eaten its lips.
That's extra dental floss.
And I am not okay with it still.
You don't want to floss with somebody's whiskers.
All right. So, Ahmad, Ryan's going to get, is this strike 10 then
Strike
for
one?
Ryan?
Strike
Because
one.
we're already in
We'll
August.
start out because
It's a new game. It's a
half the
new
year.
season.
We get 3 strikes for the rest of the year.
Okay. All right.
Strike one.
This is a TikTok viral delicacy that we are going to try. Ahmad, please explain.
So it is oyster Rockerfeller in a can. So you basically get a tin of oysters. They're right there by where you get like your tuna, your salmon.
How much are these?
Yeah, how much does it cost?
It was $2.79 for the can. That's
not
it.
bad.
That's scary. How many oysters are in there?
It looked like a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait a
Oysters
second.
are
It's
cheap.
only $2.70. So the price of a power bar is what that costs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are they smoked oysters?
Yes, they are smoked oysters.
Okay.
And then so you sprinkle a layer of lemon juice, you put butter, you put hot sauce, Cajun seasoning, and garlic. None of the recipes I saw called for spinach, but if you could fit it in here, I say do it.
Oysters Rockefeller, if you look that up, traditionally it is like a creamed spinach type of delicacy on top of a poached oyster. And then they put breadcrumbs, maybe some bacon bits on it, Parmesan cheese, and they broil it in the oven, and it's like very delicious.
When it comes to oysters, that's the way I would eat them. I think, Kevin, you're the same, right? Oysters, I can't do. I did raw oysters once in my life.
I've read that
Maybe I need to retry it.
not
Does
good for you.
it taste rubbery?
It just
No,
is
not at all.
It's just not a fun taste.
So my thing is, if you're just swallowing it, you're not enjoying it.
No, I love raw oysters.
But that's like
taste it.
doing a shot. You don't
raw
even taste
oysters.
it.
No, you do taste it. I used to not taste it because I was thinking, what's the point? Now I am a connoisseur of raw oysters. You got the Murder Points, you got the Gulf Coast, you got all these different
you can tell
oysters.
If it's East Coast because they're bigger,
They're
smaller, and they have more salt or
and the
something.
brininess of the water they came from. I definitely am an oyster person. I have never though wanted to even try an oyster in a can.
Kind of looks good.
I'm
It
a
looks
fresh
good.
shucked girl. I'm not a canned girl.
Ooh, I can taste it.
Okay, so now you're going to squeeze this out and put it on the Ritz dupes that you brought?
Yes, they're called croquettes.
Okay.
Wait,
so
did you pay for this with your own money?
Yes, I did.
So we're going to give you some cash.
Give them the
Okay.
$2.79. Come on.
No, it's more than that because you had to buy
I had to buy crackers.
all the stuff, the ingredients that go
Okay,
on
so
top.
the cheese is a little crispy.
So you take your serving, we'll pass the plate around and
Yeah.
take our servings, then we'll all just do one big
Yeah.
swoop
Ooh.
of the
Ahmad,
thing.
you're nervous.
Where are the
I am
spoons?
nervous.
You're shaking,
Spoons.
buddy.
I am shaking. You
Spoon.
make me
That
nervous.
could be the whiskey.
It's
Please.
okay.
Spoon.
It's gonna be okay, buddy.
Spoon.
I want to
Spoon.
slap
Okay.
the
Spoon.
S out of you.
Okay, so tell us again for those just tuning in. This is a can of smoked oysters, and you
Yes.
put what on top of it?
I put butter, Cajun seasoning,
Okay.
mozzarella cheese,
nasty.
hot
Oh, that's in
sauce.
my nose. It went in my nose.
It smells
And
horrible.
yeah, that's it.
I mean, I am scared, and I do love oysters. I'm going to take a second cracker just to chase it down.
Here you go, Kevy.
All right. It is hot, which is good. You got it hot. This is all done in the microwave. So not only are they canned
Was
oysters.
it microwave or was it?
Air fried. Air fried.
air fried.
Air fried at 400 for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
All right,
So,
here we go.
Okay, we're all ready to go. Kevin's be the last one.
Eric
Ahmad's
just already
eating it.
downed his.
Wait, by the way, Ahmad, did you already try this once before? Or this is your
No,
first time?
this is
Okay.
my first time.
All right, here we go.
I
1,
like
2, 3.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
So you're just
If they use a
indifferent.
little more hot sauce.
Yeah, it needs a little more flavor. A little hot sauce would be good.
Would you
The Ritz
seek
Crapper
this out
is all
and
I'm
eat it
tasting,
if
which is
you were
If I had it in my
pantry?
pantry and I was desperate for something,
Hurricane food.
hurricane food, but then you couldn't
You know,
put the air
heat it
fryer
up.
on.
Oh, true.
The oysters are very
Pungent.
Pungent, yes.
And they're kind of like velvety. Like they're kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like velvet.
Oh, they are strong.
That's not bad, dog.
Kevin, do you
The Ritz
like?
cracker
I
definitely
wouldn't
is
do
necessary.
this. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, would I eat this again? No, but it was nice to try. I prefer regular oyster Rockefeller. I can't
No,
do
yeah,
raw
regular,
oyster.
but I mean, you're doing this for you get
I
a
think-
whole meal for $4.
Do you feel
Yeah.
you don't like it because of the quality or the preparation or what?
I think it's the oyster.
It's the quality of the oyster.
Okay.
I didn't
If
think
I
it
had,
was
like,
bad. I get a 4 out of 10.
It's a little rubbery.
Velvet is the best way I can describe it because it's like almost like I hate to say it, but if you've ever had like menudo or some kind of ethnic food, like in Greek it's kokoretsi. It's like you eat a heart, like a lamb heart or a kidney. The texture of the kidney is the same texture of this oyster in a can.
Ooh, that aftertaste. Yeah.
Now I need that cracker. Give me another cracker.
I chased it with another rich cracker.
Now,
It definitely makes a difference.
Let me ask you guys, what would regular oysters cost?
I would do that over a regular oyster.
No, like how much? Because he spent $2.79 on a can of this.
And how many? Did you say how many oysters were in there?
No, it was just a bunch of little.
Looked like 10 of them.
The market price of an oyster usually like $4 an oyster.
I will say on Fridays, Whole Foods does dollar oysters, raw oysters.
Well, how do they make it so cheap
Because they're on
then?
clearance.
Yeah, probably. Shoot.
So if it's normally $4 for an oyster and they're packaging 10 in this little can, how
Those
do
are the ones that about to go bad. They got to pop them out and smoke them real quick.
Yeah, or else they're done.
I mean, what do they do with all that leftover shrimp at the end of the night? I assume that they cook it and turn it into that steam shrimp that we get around the corner.
They fall off. There's like certain sizes.
Yeah.
And it's like too weak. It's like, would never make it in the oyster world.
Because there are different
okay.
sizes, and Gulf Coast oysters are typically way bigger than the ones on the East Coast. These are very tiny oysters.
I have
So
more
I'm
of a problem with
assuming
the
these are East Coast
crackers.
oysters.
These
Why?
taste.
These are all
are
the
good.
You don't like
Ritz.
my off-brand crackers?
Oh, they're not Ritz.
They're called crackets.
They're like a Ritz knockoff.
They're so mid.
No, that is
Oh,
not.
please.
I like them.
So mid.
No, those crackers are terrible.
That's hilarious.
I'm used to Ritz, though.
Ritz was $1 more, so I wasn't about to do that.
You're really cheap.
Got them coupons.
Yeah, I've been extreme couponing.
If you're just tuning in, Right Tuesday was the TikTok viral Oyster Rockerfeller in an air fryer for a giant value of $4, and it was 4 out of 10
For me.
10.
I would say 4 out of 10.
4 10,
yeah,
because it wasn't like
it's that aftertaste.
Like,
That's
I've
not-
had
Really,
stuff
you're
that
the
made me sick.
seafood connoisseur of everybody. What would you give it?
I mean, for what it is, I'm about a 3 out of 10, only because that aftertaste lingers.
yeah,
But
it's
it wasn't kind of like I spit it out.
No, I've eaten way worse things.
I just wish I had
give
more
this-
hot sauce, more
listen,
flavor.
compared to
More
pig
hot
lips
sauce.
on a corn chip, this is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was pig lips on a Lay's chip
whatever
ruler.
it was, honey.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
This is. I will eat 5 bites of this versus even going near that one
Okay,
time
but
again.
that's because that's so awful. But as far as it standing on its own, you've never had a Try It Tuesday in your life. This is the first thing you've eaten.
Need some
What
gum.
would you give it?
I need
3
some
out of
gum.
10. 3 out of 10.
3. Okay.
I give it
Yeah.
4, Kevin.
Kevin, you're not even doing a 3?
Wasn't that?
Hated it.
We've had some bad stuff. That
We've
was
had some terrible stuff.
Yeah, but this is pretty pungent, and the aftertaste is still stuck on my
It
palate.
leaves like a slick on your tongue.
So you feel like you need to get some scope or chew gum.
Reminded me of escargot because I love escargot.
I've never had that.
That's it. That is
no.
what it
That is
I
one.
can't.
Listen,
Maybe
y'all
that's why I
know.
liked it. Because escargot kind of tastes like that.
Oh God, I can't. It's so y'all.
Like on a cruise
Of
ship,
all
the
the
escargot, it
things-
comes in that little dish that has like all the little pots with garlic and it's
And the little
fried over it.
crostinis, no.
Oh.
And listen,
I
here's
would
the
try
thing.
it.
Farm boy from Illinois.
Yeah.
You would not think he had the most sophisticated palate in the room. But of all the things, you like escargot. I don't understand. I have
And
tried
marrow.
this
Bone
in
marrow.
some of
Oh.
the best restaurants in the world, and I had to excuse myself and act like I had eaten it to go throw it in the trash.
You give me the plate of that, as long as it's got
like
the garlic
dirt.
stuff, and you give me the bone marrow. Oh my God.
God.
I like
how
bone
do they
marrow,
even
too.
how do they even harvest bone marrow? Like
Bone
my
marrow, you
grandfather
cut
owned
the
a
bone in
meat
half.
market
What do
for
you
50
harvest?
years, and I
H-E-B.
never heard of this.
I'll go to
You
H-E-B
don't
and they have it
harvest
up there for $3 or something. I'll be like, hey,
It's
can
the
I have some bone
bone.
marrow?
It's
And then
the
you go on the
cow bone.
grill.
Like, how do you
For a
get it?
hurricane, that is the only thing left in the meat section. The
Really?
bone marrow.
We gave it to the
Always.
dogs. That was the dog's special treat because they're perfect size. You know, they're about the size of a
It's
silver
round.
dollar or more.
But they cut it in half at HEB or most places.
So they
Put it on
saw the
grill,
bone?
Put it
They
on the
do,
grill.
they do a horizontal
wow.
cut.
That flavor's so
Yeah.
good.
And
down
then
the
they will
whole
grill
thing.
it. They'll broil it under the fire so it gets real crispy and broily.
I mean, you can't eat that every day.
No, because
Is there any part of the animal you haven't eaten? Have you eaten prairie oysters?
What is
I
that?
don't think I've had.
Those are testicles.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think I've had that.
I don't know if I've tried that or not.
I thought
can't
they were
remember.
Rocky Mountain.
Done like
Rocky
alligator
Mountain
and
oysters, yeah.
like pheasant and squirrel.
I've
I've had
squirrel.
The
gator.
worst was squirrels. My buddy shot the squirrel and
You're spitting at the BBs?
it had BBs in it because it's spread in there. So we're
Oh,
like
gosh.
drunk
Shotgun
eating it,
blast.
trying to
How are
spit
you
out.
eating the squirrel? Like, how did you prepare that? That
I
is
just remember it was like
not okay.
laid
Grill it?
out, like his arms and legs were laid out.
Like
Oh,
a,
my
like a,
God.
on a spit?
What
in
is
an oven.
wrong?
It was in an
Yeah.
oven.
Oh, in the oven?
Have you ever had rabbit stew?
I have definitely had rabbit, and I was not okay.
I liked it. It's
was-
just
it was like
looking at it like it's
Yeah.
a rabbit.
Yeah.
Does it taste like chicken? They always say it
It's
tastes
too
like
dry.
chicken.
It's like a dry version of. It's like duck and rabbit to me was almost the same.
Yeah.
But it was like drier.
Why do rich people like duck? Every time you go to those fancy
duck
restaurants,
is the bomb.
It's
Duck is
greasy.
good.
Duck.
It's so greasy.
No, it eats
not.
like a steak.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
I've never tried
God.
it.
You have to get it from a Chinese barbecue spot. It's really
And
good.
you
too?
ask them to cook it at a temperature,
Okay.
just like beef.
That's what I was wondering. Cause
Why is it I won't eat things based on their cuteness? I can't eat a duck.
I mean, the
They're too
bone marrow
cute.
thing, if you've never had bone marrow ever,
I'm going
just
to bring that up.
try it one time because
It's strong.
it is very rich, but you have it with the crostinis, and it is
an
just
appetizer.
such a delicacy. Even firefighter Ross Tech said, Georgia James bone marrow, it's a 100 out of 10.
Yeah.
So try Tuesday. I would say it's a kind of fail,
Next
but not
week,
so bad.
We do it every Tuesday. So next week will be, I'm bringing in that alcohol whipped cream.
The Cardi B whip shots.
Oh, no, I'll do that. I'm
like
not going to
10%.
strike on that.
Oh, so you'll be a drunk, but you won't eat meat.
And it's not even
I don't
oysters
think
are
I'm gonna
meat.
get
How are
drunk.
oysters meat? Oysters are not meat.
Well, I mean, I don't eat seafood either.
You know,
No,
you
they're
use
not.
like
Oh,
seafood.
yes, it's a live creature.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
not meat.
Ryan
not
would eat
beef.
He'd eat a hamburger before
Oyster
he'd eat
fish.
fish.
I probably would.
Well,
I
okay,
hate
shellfish. So
seafood.
you eat crab meat, right? And that's a shellfish.
Yeah, but
it's a
when I think of
crustacean.
meat, I think of beef. Like meat.
But that's beef. That's a different type of meat.
Yeah, but oyster meat? I've never called it meat.
we could be
crab
meat.
meat.
What is it they
one
call
thing.
people that don't eat any other meat but just fish?
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian?
Which, by the way, I thought one time I went to dinner with
Presbyterian.
someone, I thought
Not
they were
a Presbyterian.
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 I go, I didn't know Presbyterians can't have. And they're like, what? No, I'm a pescatarian. Okay, coming up next, it is an Ahmad apology. Not him apologizing to us. It's me apologizing to him.
Oh, wow.
Because I
think-
had my alarm ears on yesterday.
Rula, Ryan, and
For sure.
especially Kevin, because he doubled down. And
Kevin went
screwed
back and
over
checked
Ahmad
it.
yesterday.
Did an F-bomb fly on the Rula and Ryan show yesterday or not? Well, you're going to hear the original audio and the reaction to it next on the Rula and Ryan show.
4.1 KRBE. It's the Rule and Ryan show, and
Things I learned today. Oysters are meat, apparently.
Yeah. Well, no. We were doing Try It Tuesday about 10, 15 minutes ago. I said, I'm taking a pass on this one. I don't eat meat. I don't want to have, stomach issues later in the day.
No, I'm legit talking about people telling me it's meat. And I was like, I don't think it's meat. Crab meat? I call it crab meat. Sure, this is a shellfish. Has a shell?
A lot of people are having those stomach issues no matter what now. They do that shot, the skinny shot, and then they get stomach problems.
They do?
If they eat bad.
If you like greasy foods or something, I guess everything has a catch-all. There was a thing called Ally years ago, and people were like, oh, can't eat that. Remember the old Lester chips?
I tried
The
that
Wow
shot.
chips?
Oh, yeah,
I tried that shot
Lester,
last year
Aline.
to see what it does, and I lost like 17 pounds.
No way, really? It worked.
But then I stopped it, and I gained like 10, 11 pounds back.
So
Well,
it only
basically,
works
it's
if
all-
you continue it.
It's for
Pretty
everything
much.
single thing. Look, I went to the beach like a fiend for 2.5 years. I got the best shape of my life. Then COVID hit, didn't go to the gym. Well, looks a little marshmallowy these days sometimes. I mean, everything has to have an end game unless you don't continue it. Okay, but what we are trying to focus on is whether an F-bomb was dropped on this show yesterday or not. A lot of you call our listener line at 713-278-VENT. And when you want to vent something out, you might say a bad word, and that's fine. Because we don't usually air the calls a straight live on the air. We will edit the call, meaning like if we hear the F-bomb, it will get bleeped out.
Normally, I go through all the listener lines myself, and I put the bleeps in. I did not go through this one.
I
This was one that
did.
Ahmad
I was
did.
just trying to, do
Had no
something
power.
nice.
Ahmad's getting more, we're giving him more duties on
Yeah.
the show to do things. So he's got a lot of, I've put him in charge of, because I get all these
Lot of
emails. I send them forward to him for Date or Ditch. Am I the B or am I the A-hole? I send the Ahmad and I trust him. And then yesterday, the way you guys treated him, I'm like, oh,
I was
sorry,
like, what
Ahmad.
the
These guys are
hell?
going to like
Well,
kick
it was
you out
just
of the
To make
place.
it worse, let's go to the original. Hold on, let me set it up. So the call was about a woman wondering if she's a witch for wanting to drop out of her friend's wedding because now that the derecho hit and she got her fence blown out, and now we've had Hurricane Beryl and she has been without power, had to buy a generator. Her expenses are astronomical and she cannot afford to be in this wedding, so she just doesn't want to be in the wedding. Is she a B for saying, I'm not going to be in your wedding at all?
And I felt bad because we never really had a chance to give her an answer because we were so caught up because the phone line went dead.
Yeah.
Yes. Which,
And
by the way,
then
we have
this
a new
happened.
phone number. It's
Yeah.
833-390-KRBE. If you're trying to call our old number, it's telling you it's a busy signal.
Not gonna
Somebody
work.
texted us that it's a busy signal, guys. No, it's not. It's not. Well, the old number will give you a busy signal. We have 833-390-KRBE. So here's the original audio when the call aired, and I thought an F-bomb was dropped that none of us caught because it was at the end. And there's a thing called, when I'm saying hit the button, I mean there's a button
like
to dump out the
There's
bad
a
word.
dump button. There's two ways.
I played the little bit of the end of the call.
Listen
too.
for Rula Beans like afterwards. She didn't know what to
Not
do.
sure because not everybody reacted the way I did.
All right, here we go.
You're $1,500, and I mean, she's so pissed at me, and I don't know. Am I the B? I can't. Like, times are tough right now. I don't know.
It's weird. I'm not hearing it.
Wait,
now.
Come on, dude! Oh, we told you what we're gonna do with this.
Play it
Hold
again.
on, go back.
Hold on.
I feel like I missed that part that I was listening for. Go back again to what she says. And
Turn
we're
off his mic.
Okay, this is the original audio from yesterday. Okay, not live mics right
None of
now.
us
This is
talk.
the original audio from yesterday.
Here we go.
I can't. Like, times are tough right now. I don't know.
Huh? Hit that button! Hit that button! What are you? What?
Wait, what? I didn't hear it.
I thought I heard a bad word.
Did she say
I didn't hear a bad word.
she didn't.
I didn't hear a bad word.
Oh my
end, she didn't
gosh!
say
Don't do that to me, Rula. No, she
Rula and
didn't.
I looked at each other at the same time, like, what? What was
I
that?
I think I'm blanked right
Ahmad
now.
pulled it. He would have.
I know, but that didn't trigger y'all. That triggered me.
No.
Bleep the hotel, but didn't bleep the bad
No,
word.
there wasn't a bad word.
That's the last sentence she said. She didn't.
I'll play it
she
again.
didn't-
It's
No,
a play it.
No,
I'm not
we
asking
can't
you to
play it again.
I
A
thought she
double
said, I think I'm
Double
blanked
jump.
right
Double
now.
dumped it.
No.
I didn't
I'm
hear
just
a
saying,
curse
it
word.
Oh
sound-
my
I thought it sounds like she
Now
said,
I gotta go.
am
I'll go in the next other
Go
room.
in the next
Click
room
off
and
of it.
please tell me
Let
that
me
you're
get
right
off
or
of it
not
so you can
crazy.
hear the end. That's
I was
totally
like,
distracted
what?
us from the issue at hand.
I thought she said, I think I'm just blanked right now. Okay, so then Kevin goes
So
to the
now we're
next
live.
room.
We're back to-
live now. It is Tuesday, July 16th.
Here's the worst part because Kevin went to listen to it. And
Yes.
what did you say, Kevin?
So in the next studio, I can slow it down and listen to it in a tiny little speaker. So I rolled through it right now, and it sounded to me in my hysteria that it was effed right now.
So
Yes.
And so then I
Yeah.
come back in. I'm like, oh my God, it did say the F word. It
And they were like,
wasn't.
no.
It wasn't until after the show
Until
we were in the next
10.
studio. We were just like, ha ha ha. We should listen to that again. Then we heard it. We're like, wait, it did next. It didn't.
Yeah.
She's
so
saying
you were wrong with your
times-
fact check.
So hold on.
Yeah.
She's saying
Yeah.
times
I was
are
wrong.
tough right now. And it sounded in this studio like times are blank right now. In the next room, when we heard it, it was way more clear
The
that
key
the
speaker
times
sucks in
are
there, though.
tough.
Like it's like a.
And we slowed it
Yeah.
down to hear
Speaker's
times
slower.
are
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh no.
That's why I didn't get it. Like you kept making Ahmad and I feel like.
Like we just missed this
I'm like
huge F
Because when I hear a word with the F, even if it's not that word, I still
could,
like. I
I
Yeah.
could get
My
it.
hair
That's
goes
why
up.
I said, how come you're not triggered? That's why I said yesterday, how come that didn't trigger y'all? That triggered me. That didn't trigger y'all?
No.
Yeah.
So, Ahmad, sorry it wasn't.
Oh,
because
it's
Ryan looked at me
fine.
and I popped up. And between Ryan's reaction and my reaction, I was looking at you guys like, did y'all zone out and not hear the last line of what she just said?
So now's the
Well-
time. Here, pot on every music. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead, Rula, Ryan, Kevin. You can
Oh,
take
Ahmad,
turns.
I'm certainly sorry if because I know that panic.
Yes.
when you miss something or you're fearful you miss something, and if I caused you anxiety, I really am sorry.
It's fine. That's why I was shaking during Try Tuesday.
I know he's been,
Yes.
he's been nervous
Yes.
for.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Bud.
I 100% apologize to you because there's nothing worse than having, like, you're going to break out into a sweat and wake up from a nightmare thinking that you missed an F word.
Yeah.
In a listener line call.
But now it's gonna. Yeah, for the next 2 or 3 weeks, he's gonna be.
Oh, I'm listening
10 times now instead of
Like,
seven.
slow
It does. It
down
makes
and
you really gun shy.
listen.
Okay, here comes your elder.
Special K.
Your elder. Oh, the
Your turn.
side eye
Hey,
I just
birthday elder
witnessed.
tomorrow.
Hey, happy birthday! That's all you're gonna get.
Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Wow.
Ain't no wrong with being a little gay. Everybody's a little gay.
What does that have to do with
Kevin, are you going to
apologizing
apologize
him?
or just play sound bites?
I'm waiting.
Well, he really can't do it,
Check
can he?
traffic.
No, I can't.
Just
I'm sorry.
admit when you're
What is
wrong.
with
You made it worse. At least they had doubt.
And you came back and
I
like,
was like,
oh my God,
I
it was in
heard
there.
it.
It was in
You
there.
validated our fear.
That is
And
terrible of
you
you.
fact checked him and you said that he did and you were wrong. So I think you owe him an apology.
It was a clean shot to the kidneys, and I turned back, and there was Kevin.
I'm sorry, Ahmad. I really thought it said
It's fine.
That word.
That was a hilarious moment.
But
Like,
in
it
the
was pretty
end,
funny.
guys, what did we decide for her? For her, we
That's what I can't
decided
remember.
I
she
can't
should
even
not
remember.
drop out of the wedding.
She should just drop
tell
out
her
of the
friends,
activity,
I
like the
can't
Vegas.
be in all these extracurricular monetary activities, but I will absolutely stand by you on the day if you can buy the dress still.
Right.
That's what we decided.
I think
to
she
tell
called
her.
back and just said F you.
No, because somebody made a good point on text.
Can we play that one?
Somebody said if she said B instead of the actual which word, then why would we think she dropped the F bomb? Well,
true.
It's just so fast
That's a good
the way
point.
it runs.
Oh,
you know
people
what I
do.
mean?
I mean, going through those listener line calls, it's a tapestry
Because we
of
work in
profanity.
radio. You get fired for anything.
Yeah.
You let that slip, no more Ahmad.
You know, you can work your tail
And
off
we don't
for,
want
like,
that,
ever.
do we, guys?
No.
And he'll
No.
make his own
You make
F-bomb
one
song.
mistake
Don't
and
answer
you're
so
out.
fast.
Kevin never said anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still listening to that audio again. I still don't believe it.
Okay, coming up next, one celebrity who got kicked off of a commercial airplane after buying not one but 2 seats for herself. What got her kicked off the plane? We're going to talk about it next on the Rule and Ryan Show.
Now, y'all ready?
This is Rula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRVE.
It is brought to you by Taqueria Arandas. And so, everyone who travels has a bit of anxiety based on what we've seen in the news. Like the very fine print of every ticket you've probably purchased that you've never looked at tells you that they have the right to remove you from the plane, kick you off that flight, make you wait for another one, switch your seats around. All those things are what they use as their rights.
It is frustrating when they do switch the
situation.
seats around. Like, I actually bought really good seats on my last flight, and they overbooked the plane, and they bumped me out of those seats. Nothing I could do about it.
They usually don't bump you out of first class unless there's somebody that's a higher rank than you in first class.
Well, they did.
Mark Cuban, did you hear his story?
No.
When he was 29 years old, he sold his company for like $6 million.
Million or billion?
Million. This is before he got sold the billions.
Okay.
He's only 29.
Okay.
That was for writing code. But he was drinking with his buddies. He goes, you know what would be cool? Everyone thinks I should buy like a boat, do this. I heard that American Airlines has this pass, lifetime flights for $129,000. So he called him up. And they were drinking. They got a phone at the steakhouse.
And American Airlines, the hub is in Dallas.
He called him up, and they go, yep, we could do that. Let's talk tomorrow. He called him so he spent $129,000 for a lifetime. He could fly anywhere, him and a partner. They could go anywhere.
Wow.
2 tickets to go anywhere in the world.
They can walk up right now. They could walk up to that ticket counter and say, I want to go there. They would have to bump somebody off that plane and put you
It's like the one case.
on it.
That is,
like a United
if
1K.
you're like a gazillionaire like Mark Cuban, that is a great
But
purchase.
he gave it to his dad 'cause now that he's a billionaire because he's got his jet. But he gave it to his dad.
I think I'd
You can
rather
transfer
have
it-
that.
You can transfer it one
One
time.
time. Okay,
So his
wow.
dad has it, but he has a companion pass with it. But they can go up there. Like you're about to go on your honeymoon. You can go, you know what? We want to go to Rome. And they'll say, sorry, you guys, you're
But
off.
it's a coach seat, right?
I'm not sure about that.
I'm going to guess it's
But
a coach
still,
seat.
I mean, that's a great deal. I mean, owning your own private this or that, that's expensive because you've got to maintain that.
They stopped doing that, by the way, because they lost a lot of money.
They lost money.
Because think about
American Airlines was
129
doing
over a
that.
lifetime. You could
Yeah.
You
that's
could really
craziness.
get your
Every
money back
day.
pretty quick. You could probably get your money back within a year.
So
if you flew a
Sandra
lot.
Denton is not a celebrity name that you know offhand, but you do know Pip from Salt and Peppa. She was on a Southwest Airlines flight, and she had purchased 2 tickets for herself because she had a knee injury back in 2018, and she, to be comfortable, always wants to stretch out her legs, so she bought the second seat. She was in a crash in 2018, and she just has a knee injury. I can understand that. She got kicked off of the flight from Vegas to Nashville when they told her she can't have both seats because she was not in a cast. And she said, but I have a knee brace. So after some back and forth, they gave her the video that I
didn't
saw,
she buy
she's
2
on the
tickets, you said?
jetway. She bought 2 tickets. She's holding up 2 boarding passes, and she's on the jetway. And the person's like, you can stop recording me. And she goes, no, I'm recording you because I bought these 2 tickets.
They
Here's
took her
my 2 boarding
money.
passes.
If you've got 2 boarding passes, you could do whatever you want. You could put like a ice cooler on that. You know, anything you want, you could put in that second seat.
So a man came along asking her for her second seat, claiming he had to go to a funeral. Flight attendants ended up giving this man her second seat. At that point, Pep started FaceTiming her assistant to talk about the situation, and they removed her from the flight for recording. She claimed she was not doing that. She did get a refund, but she's now exploring her legal options because she didn't do anything wrong. She bought 2 seats. They gave her one of her seats up, and she was talking about it on FaceTime with her assistant like, this person got a seat.
Why would you FaceTime instead of just
That's
call?
why you shouldn't fly Southwest for that if you're buying 2 seats. Because it's first come, first
It's
served.
unreserved.
Unreserved.
well-
if you go to United or American.
I think Southwest is going to change that.
But I need somebody
They
in
charge
United.
more?
No, they're going to
no
have
matter
you in an assigned seat.
Okay, that's good to know. I'd like to know when that happens. I would like somebody who works at United Corporate maybe to give us some insight here at 37530 because I was under the impression you cannot book 2 seats under your name. The reason I know this is because my underage child was going to fly somewhere and I was like, okay, well, let me just, you could do like fare lock or something. We weren't really sure what flight she was going to be on. So I fare locked it under my name. And then I was also going to go, so I fare locked also another one under my name. They canceled one of them out because they were the same name.
Oh.
And this happened twice to us, actually. My niece, who was underage, my sister had done the same thing in her name. The night before our flight, we spent 2 hours on the phone wondering where's her seat because, we couldn't get us.
Now, could you change it, like put like middle name, like it's like Rula J.
Well, here's the crazy thing, guys.
Your last name.
I am trying to change my name in my United profile, and it just won't let me. Like, I'm trying to change it to my married last name to match my ID, and it won't let me. Like, I think I have to go to the airport or something and be in person.
Well,
and
what you
tell
do
them,
is go to that.
Here's who I am, and it's me still.
I learned when I had a problem with my last flight, and I'm not even a member of that United Club, where you get to go in their private little lounge, but I walked up to that lounge and I saw a United employee in there, and I said, hey, this is my problem. And they made a few keystrokes in their computer, and they fixed the situation. Because if you try and go up to, the little kiosk where they're getting ready to board the plane, you get nowhere with those people. I actually went into that United Club, that ambassadors club, I don't know what they call it, but I walked in there, and they helped me. And they fixed my situation. The United Club, yeah. So I'm not a member, but I walked in there, and they just did a few
You must have caught them on a time when they're not busy because they did a line getting in there. They'd be like, sir, we can't help you.
The
right
worst
now.
is my wife, we have that credit card where you pay, so you do have access to that. But it's in her name, so I can't go in there. Like, if I go in there, they'll be like,
but they usually allow you a guest.
But he has to be flying with his wife to get in there.
Like, if she's with me, we can all go as a family.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, say, when we're going to San Diego in a few weeks for a radio convention, I can't go. They give me like 2 free a year, I think. I have to look at my phone, a pass. But like, still, it's like, this ain't fair.
Somebody's asking
you get
on
your name on
text.
it, but I'm not going to spend.
Well, you know why they do that? And I learned this about
It's not fair, though. Why?
because she paid for the card and it's under her name. If you had a card in your name, you would have it.
I don't want to pay double.
Here's something you can do, because I booked my tickets to that flight yesterday. So my fiance is a member. She's got that thing. I was able to purchase access to that United Club for
you can,
like a few
you
bucks.
can buy the pass.
You could buy it.
You can
I think
just
it's $30
buy
or
that
$50.
pass.
I'm not buying that to eat their crappy food.
A few
Sometimes
bucks. It's
it's
like
the drink.
half the price of the ticket.
Somebody's asking on text, what's Fairlock, Rula? If you've never seen that before, download the United app, and when you're browsing for flights, you can see, like, let's say today you're going to try and fly to Denver, let's say in 3 weeks. The Denver flight today is $289. Just pretend like that's the price. And it says, would you like to Fairlock this for 3 days? You can pay like $7 to hold that price for you for 3 days.
So it's really good. but
Until you
don't
get your
know.
schedule in order with whomever you're flying with to make sure you can make that flight.
You can do that on Hopper too, as well. And Hopper shops almost all the
What happens
airlines.
if it goes the other way?
What?
It goes down.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Then you get that price too. It's
Well.
better. But
But
I mean,
nope, you're locked into
No.
Yeah, high
240,
price.
even though it's 210 now.
yeah, if it goes up, you've been
Only-
fair locked in. Somebody said go to the website and have you submit proof of your name change, and they will do it. Can't do it on airline apps. Okay, that's what it is.
Someone said $60 a pass for United Lounge.
That's what it
right.
cost?
Yeah, I think it's about right.
Does it come with free drinks once you're in there?
Yes.
That is
Okay.
not worth
But
it.
you're going to have like 10 drinks.
So yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's not
pay
worth
for
it
that.
well, for
unless
some
you're
people,
a
it's
heavy
just exciting
drinker.
to be in there and get that cheese and the
Charge
soup.
your phone.
If you have a long layover,
Sandwiches.
I think a long
that's-
layover.
Like if you have a
would make it-
6-hour
yeah,
layover,
that
then
makes it
yeah,
worth
it would be worth it.
100%. It makes it worth it. And now we know.
Here we go.
Time for the Rula and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
How about some non-barrel news, some non-Centerpoint news? So the River Oaks Theater, Eric, you and I, we once went to a movie there together.
It's all sideways.
Sideways. Like
We watched the lady walk out.
she got so upset at one particular scene.
It was so weird.
It was so weird. It was built in 1939. It closed back in 2021. But they're about ready to reopen. So when moviegoers attend the new River Oaks Theater, same place, they're going to find a lot of changes. There's new luxury seats. And I will say that's a good thing because as much as I love...
terrible.
The seats were terrible. They're like wooden. And
They were
really
selling
uncomfortable.
them when they closed down, too. Like, people wanted to buy them.
They're so uncomfortable. Like, I bought an old Astrodome seat.
Popcorn and... Ugh,
Yeah, they were horrible.
Stains.
But so they're going to have new luxury seats, new projection and sound system, a private screening room, and in-theater dining in conjunction with the restaurant Leo's
Was there
River
a
Oaks.
balcony or was it just strictly a...
There was a
regular-
balcony.
I can't remember.
I don't remember the balcony in there.
I thought
saw
there was
the
a
Queen
balcony.
in there. That
There's
Helen Mirren movie.
there's a couple theaters in there, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
There
three,
is now.
three of them, I
Yeah,
thought.
there's three theaters in there now.
But they never... I don't
It was
remember.
originally
Ours had
built as
balcony.
one theater.
And it's all one level. Mm-hmm. That's the stuff kids would be like, what the hell's this?
What stadium
They
seating?
don't have stadium seating?
Yeah.
'Cause that wasn't big until like 94 for me.
Yeah.
94.
So it was, like I said, built in 1939, closed in 1921. Or I'm sorry, 2021. And sorry, man, I'm still not awake. It closed in 2021, and they're saying it's going to open soon, but they're not saying the exact date. Should be opening soon.
Yeah, okay, fun fact. Isn't it shocking? I've never been to IPIC before.
I've
How
never
long
been to
has that
IPIC.
been?
I have
Always
not.
sold out, Rula.
It's-
They're
I haven't.
always
It's-
sold
you're
out.
right.
I've
Ahmad.
never,
Where
I've
is it?
never. Isn't it like in the
River
River
Oaks
Oaks District
District?
or something?
Yeah, it's right over
Where
there.
is it?
Where it used to be where it's where all the... Oh, my God. It's across from what restaurant
It's near
is
like
that?
Steak 48, isn't it?
I don't know where that is either. I don't go to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's on Westheimer, like before Mid Lane, between the
There
Derrick
used to be a
Hotel,
Ford
which
dealer.
isn't
It
the
used to be
Derrick
like a
anymore.
Planet Ford or something. There used to be a
Yeah.
Ford dealership.
They tore down a dealership, and they built that whole entire district.
Right there
Put
by
it in
Hotel
there.
Derrick. You just go like a half a block.
Okay.
Is
Now I
Derek
know.
closed yet?
I believe they closed.
They closed down,
They're
right?
changing to a different
It's just
hotel
going to
now.
be. It's going to be a hotel again.
IPIC
It's just
is
a different name.
It's something cool to do, but it's not cheap.
It's not.
IPIC?
I would not take a family like of four to that.
I will tell you your
Just like a
best
date night.
deal, and I think Ahmad will get me on this one. Marquee Center, they have redone their theaters, and they are badass. They are really nice.
Like you said, there's a 4K or 4D.
The 4K is so fun. Where
Yeah,
You mean
4D.
4D?
4D,
I
yeah,
assume.
your seat moves like a roller
I guess look what
coaster.
comes out this weekend.
Wind
Oh,
comes by your
Twister.
face.
So you're gonna get like
Oh, car sick.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need a
That might
Dramamine?
be so
It's
fun, actually.
awesome. That
Drenched.
4D is so fun.
You need Dramamine.
But you know what else is great? If you like all the goodies, buy the VIP
Oh, yes.
screening because you get unlimited popcorn, you get Slurpees, you get drinks.
I bet you can't even get in that 4D. I bet that's sold out this week.
Oh,
That'll
for
be
Twister.
awesome.
You gotta go at a random time, like the 9 o'clock in the morning showing
On a Tuesday. Yeah.
We picked Tuesday, not Monday, because Monday you gotta show up to work like you actually mean it.
Yeah.
Tuesday you can slip out.
I
and be
mean,
like, well,
they
I had
upped
something
their
to
game.
do.
Y'all, we saw Bad Boys Ride or Die, and like every time a bullet is shot, you feel like a burst of wind go by your ear.
Well, that would be triggering.
And no, it feels like you're being shot at. It
terrifying.
moves you around like and they hit a mud puddle, water spritzes in your face. It's just crazy. It's such a great experience. Highly recommend.
It doesn't
Especially with
sound
Twister, that'd be kind of. That sounds
Twister,
miserable.
my hair's gonna be all crazy
I
when I
take the
come
movie.
out.
I don't know, but my shoulders jacked up.
Yeah.
No, you don't
Three
get
times.
hurt. You don't get
I got
hurt.
soaked.
I always say when I saw The Bourne Identity, when I left the movie theater, I felt like driving like a psycho on the freeway because of that car chase scene. I can only imagine if that was like a 4D car chase scene. I'd be like, oh my God,
Oh, my gosh.
I'm a Formula One driver. All right, coming up next, if you missed what happened on Revenge today, oh my God, it is the revenge of the friends and the friend divorce, of the relationship divorce, of the divorce and the cheat. It's so confusing, but you will understand it when you hear it next on The Rule and Ryan Show.